Hello Nigeria, welcome to Newsline. Many interesting things have happened since the last time we were together on Newsline. It's a roller coaster ride tonight, one you won't forget in a hurry. Here in Lagos, it was jubilation on wheels when men, women and children partied in the open to a pleased audience. And in that same spirit of tourism, a colleague of mine attempts to bond with a big snake. Find out who this woman is. Then follow us on the extraterrestrial topic that focuses on unseen forces that allegedly control the affairs of humans. There's also something to make you laugh. How about some gossip from us to you with love? You don't want to miss that. As well as a revealing piece which comes at the very end of this edition on your favorite sports stars from the past. Check out what they're doing now. But in between that, we have our fair share of spectacular events. My name is Becky Madojemu, and all these will unfold after the news by Runke Kolawole in Abuja.
Thank you, Becky, and welcome to the news. 7 people died while 30 others sustained various degrees of injury when a female suicide bomber detonated an explosive device at the Damaturu main motor park. Correspondent Mohammed Musa Askira reports that security personnel conducted a swift operation and evacuated victims to hospitals.
The bomb blast occurred at busy pedestrian gate connecting the Damaturu main motor park and market. At the time of the blast, 11 o'clock in the morning, busy scanner. Human body parts were scattered within ground zero of the blast and surrounding areas, as some were flung as far as roofs of nearby buildings. While rescue operations went on to evacuate the injured, dead and body parts, tight security was provided within the area cordoned off. An eyewitness, Hussein Ibrahim, told NTA News that it was a massive blast that affected most of the people in the vicinity. The Yobe State Governor Alhaji Ibrahim Gaidam also visited the specialist hospital for on-the-spot assessments as well as commiserating with the victims. He was conducted around the Accidents and Emergency Unit by the Chief Medical Director, Dr. Garba Musafika.
Inshallah, in the next few months or so, the trends of things we have been seeing, they will come to pass, and sometime they will become history, inshallah.
A similar bomb blast at the Damaturu Motor Park early this year claimed the lives of 14 people. In Damaturu, Muhammad Musa Askira, NTA News.
Meanwhile, commercial activities have resumed in Maiduguri and environs following the relaxing of curfew imposed on the state capital by 7th Division of the Nigerian Army in the wake of recent attack on the metropolis by Boko Haram insurgents. Yagum Subukar has a situation report.
Residents of Maiduguri, the Borno state capital, last Wednesday evening experienced another attack by insurgents, which was successfully repelled by the army. As a result, the 7th Division of the Nigerian Army imposed a 24-hour curfew on the state capital to enable it to secure lives and property of citizens. Some residents said, though it was not easy to go through 24-hour curfew, they believed it was in the best interest of all.
Lifting of the curfew is like a sigh of relief to all of us. We have to go out to look for our daily breaks, then to see things that we have not done, continue from where we start. But it's actually a big sigh of relief to us.
To me, yes, I can cope maybe 1-2 days, but definitely we have a lot of people that cannot. These are people that live for the day, that goes out to look for their daily bread daily. It really, I really felt for them.
They equally expressed optimism that the state will soon regain its Lord's glory in line with the slogan of the home of peace. While the curfew lasted, several travelers were stranded for 2 days at Bani Sheikh as they were not allowed entry into Maiduguri. Some of the travelers described the experience as very uncomfortable but agreed that the curfew was necessary. They commended the military authorities for relaxing the curfew and efforts of troops at protecting lives and property of the people of the state. In Maiduguri, Yagum Subukar, NTA News.
The Defense Headquarters says the military operations in Sambisa forest has destroyed 10 more terrorist camps and an unconfirmed number of the terrorists died in Saturday's offensive. The statement signed by the Director of Defense Information, Chris Olukolade, Cleric camp, which is one of the most prominent camps of the forest, fell too. One soldier died and 2 others were wounded. The statement added that the terrorists lost a number of vehicles mounted with anti-aircraft guns as well as armored vehicles. It further noted that the operation to clear the terrorists in Sambisa and other forests is continuing as troops in all fronts have been alerted to be on the lookout for the fleeing terrorists. It was a black weekend at Owode Market Ofa in Kwara State as fire destroyed property worth millions of naira. Our correspondent reports that the fire, which began at about 12 midnight, has left more than half of the ancient market in ruins.
The fire incident, according to an eyewitness account, was triggered by an electrical malfunction in one of the shops within the market. The inferno, which was reported to have lasted for more than 5 hours, razed down more than 10 blocks of shops, leaving behind debris of buildings and goods stocked in the shops. According to these shop owners, the fire destroyed their wares and money, as most of them usually keep their sales in the shop due to the challenges of banking in the community.
Around 2 a.m., they called my number. I saw about 30 missed calls that the Owode market is burning. So when I got there, all my shop was burnt. I have about 7 shops there.
Sympathizers at the scene said despite the prompt response of the men of the Kwara State Fire Service, they were unable to curtail the spread of the fire due to their inability to gain access to the main market.
This market is the economic nerve center of Kwara State.
They called on both the federal and state government to come to their aid, as the market is not only a source of livelihood but has become a major identity for the community and Kwara State. From Ofa in Kwara State, Iyabode Olorunshola, NTA News.
The Asaf Villa Chapel, Abuja, has held a special valedictory Thanksgiving service for the first family, President Goodluck Jonathan and the First Lady Dame Patience. President Jonathan at the service appealed to Nigerians for forgiveness as a result of some of his actions and inactions while in office. Shegun Lawole has the details.
It was all presentation by the church in appreciation of the first family, as the Thanksgiving service marks the last to be attended by the first family in Asovila Chapel. The presentation came in various ways, from special rendition by the church choir to different acts by the teenagers and the children's church, including gifts by the chapel committee and the children's church.
You will always remember the chapel. Remember where you have been praying and how the Lord has helped you, and never leave him.
From prayers to worship, everyone had one thing or the other to say about the outgoing president and his wife. Even the sermon of Venerable Obioma Wunzuruba, the chapel chaplain, resonate with emotions. 8 years as their spiritual father in the chapel. President Jonathan again expressed profound appreciation to Nigerians for their love and support, as he also thanked the church for the constant prayers, which he says remains its pillar of success and survival.
So for the 8 years one has been here, definitely everyone is not perfect. We have done certain things that probably we didn't have done that way. But we did not do things deliberately. So for those who were offended, it was not deliberate. It was circumstances of the office. So we also plead that those who should forgive us. We think we have done our best.
In 2007, this chapel was handed over to President Jonathan, then as the Vice President, by the then President Olusegun Obasanjo. And so 8 years down the line, the first family has been worshipping here, and today they are living.
However, the chapel is yet to be handed over to the Vice President-elect, as done in 2007, when President Olusegun Obasanjo handed over the chapel to the then Vice President under President Umaru Musa Yar'Adua.
I think it's simply because of the
the structure of the leadership now. Actually, we had invited the Vice President-elect, but for one reason or the other, he wasn't able to make it. But there was a representative of his that came. There was one pastor, regional pastor, Emmanuel Ibitayo. He was here to at least to see what goes on. But I'm sure later we will be able to do a proper handover.
The first family and the ministers of God also visited the children's church for prayers and admonition. From the Aso Villa Chapel, Abuja, Segun Lawole, NTA News.
In the meantime, the First Lady Dame Patience Jonathan has appealed to Nigerian women to give full support to the incoming administration, especially the wife of the President-elect, Oja-Iya Buhari. The First Lady made the appeal at a special church Thanksgiving service for surviving series of surgical operations, as reported by Segun Lawole, the State House correspondent.
She had many reasons to give thanks to God. Is it for being with her husband since the days as deputy governor, up to today as First Lady of the country, or for being alive after surviving 12 surgical operations 2 years ago within 12 months, and even when the electioneering campaign was ongoing this January, Dame Patience Jonathan had another major operation.
We thank God for keeping us alive till today. And we thank God for Nigerians, especially I, the First Lady. I can't thank the women of Nigeria enough for their support throughout my stay in Villa, throughout my stay as a wife of Vice President to the wife of the President. I thank so much to the Nigerian women. And I'm here to tell them that, well, I'm living in peace, I'm living with good health. I with my family, we are going in good health.
She used the opportunity to express her gratitude to Nigerians for their support and appeal to her followers to take the laws at the polls as the will of God.
And I am there to make sure and to assist the incoming governments and to talk with Oja-Iya Buhari, my sister, my friend, to make sure that she carried the Nigerian women along, and I hope that she will do so. Nigerian women, they should work with her to make sure Nigerian women move forward.
From the Aso Villa Chapel, Abuja, Segun Lawole, NTA News.
As Nigerians join the rest of the world to mark Communications Day 2015, Pope Francis Benedict XVI, in his message to the universe, urged Christian faithful to see families as a resource and an example of Christ's love, kindness and fellowship rather than as a problem for the society. Director of Communications, Catholic Archdiocese of Abuja, Father Patrick Alumuku, conveyed the message to the congregation at a church service to mark the celebration. Correspondent Ifeanyi Zumba reports on this and other church activities in Abuja.
Social communications has as its theme communicating the family, a privileged place of encounter with the gift of love. In his sermon, Reverend Father Patrick Alumuku admonished Christians to make their families more communicable.
Families, we learn to say the good things. We learn to say what is useful for building of community.
The Executive Director of Finance and Administration, Nigerian Television Authority, NTA, and Chairman, Communications Committee of Our Lady Queen of Nigeria Catholic Church, Mr. Philip Ofebu, while commending media practitioners for their good works, urged them to continue to communicate positive information.
I encourage them to keep on doing the good job. Keep on ensuring that they communicate, they bring information on a positive side. Positive. Don't let any negativity come into it.
At the Church of God Mission Celebration Center, Gariki, Abuja, Christian Women Fellowship rounded up their full-day convention with Thanksgiving with the theme, Pillars of Grace. The National President, Reverend Helen Akonye, told the church that they have every cause to give thanks.
Your glory is in the hand of God. As a pillar in the house, you need to be holy.
We have seen beyond any reasonable doubt how that God has kept us and made us indeed pillars of grace.
Abuja, Ifeanyi Zumba, NTA News.
While communicators in Lagos also celebrated the day with a special church service, as Lynn Leneke reports.
The officiating priest, Vicar General of the Catholic Archdiocese of Lagos, Monsignor Bernard Okodua, urged communicators and journalists to be objective in their reportage, adding that negative reporting does more harm than good to the society. He explained that Pope Francis I, in his message, focused on the family as the basic form of communication, as the parents pray to God to watch over their children.
I would encourage our media practitioners to have courage to be objective and speak the truth at all times, even when it is difficult or even dangerous.
Family is well taken care. Then you can talk of unity. You can talk of progress. If the family is very taken care, making sure workers' salaries are paid, making sure human beings are respected.
The Vicar General said that the media can be a great help to the society when they enable people to share information without bias or hindrances. The Papa's message highlights the fact that communication is an integral part of human interaction, which people communicate in an atmosphere of closeness in the community and the world at large. The communicators' working tools were blessed by the officiating priest. The Mass was marked with a special thanksgiving. In Lagos, Lynn Leneke, NTA News.
Prelate, Methodist Church Nigeria, Dr. Samuel Chukwuemeka Kalu-Uche, has tasked Christian clerics to support the incoming administration to achieve corrupt-free Nigeria by teaching their followers the ideas of honesty, transparency, and accountability. The prelate, who presided over the 33rd Council of Bishops at Uyo, Akwa Ibom State, says the only way the country can triumph over the vices of corruption is for the citizens to display spiritual maturity and commitment. The council commends President Goodluck Jonathan for exhibiting high level of statesmanship, which has placed Nigeria democracy in the world map of politics, and urged the president-elect to justify the confidence reposed on him by Nigerians by carrying along all sections of the country in the spirit of national reconciliation. It lost INEC for smooth conduct of the last general election and urged the National Assembly to provide adequate legislation to the use of electronic voting in Nigeria. And now the Sultan of Sokoto and President General Nigeria Supreme Council for Islamic Affairs, Alhaji Muhammad Sa'ad Abubakar III, honest leadership is what will transform Nigeria into a decent society. The Sultan disclosed this while inaugurating the Muslim community of Lagos, by DG Idowu.
These remarks before inaugurating the Muslim community of Lagos State, the Sultan Alhaji Muhammad Sa'ad Abubakar said leadership is central to the development of the nation and any society. He pointed out that for societies that are Muslim faithful to remain decent in leadership position, they should abide by the honest and accountable at all times.
The leader is good. The Commonwealth automatically have a good leader and good. And therefore, the whole problem of development rests on good and honest leadership.
The Secretary General Nigerian Supreme Council for Islamic Affairs, Professor Ishaq Oloyede, in his lecture titled Muslims as Drivers of National Development, disclosed that education remains key to individual and national emancipation. He urged Muslim faithful to rekindle interest in and support education to fast-track development in the country.
We must first of all organize our house, organize our mosques, and then be able to organize or show that we have potentials for driving national development.
The Chief Imam of Lagos State, Alhaji Garba Akinola Ibrahim, administered the oath of office on the officers of Muslim community of Lagos State before the inauguration by the Sultan. In Lagos, Dechi Ido, NTA News.
The Consumer Protection Council, CPC, has established an in-house audiovisual studio aimed at facilitating an aggressive consumer rights education and advocacy campaign nationwide. Correspondent Asam has that report.
Arising from sharp practices in businesses and the abuse of consumers' rights by producers and service providers are some of the leading reasons for establishing the studio that will produce programs that will be transmitted through various media platforms with emphasis on radio, television and social media, as well as educate people at the grassroots on quality products.
The extent of those who have televisions in the grassroots, they will receive our messages. And those who don't, we intend also to record our radio programs here.
Of Industry, Trade and Investment, Olusegun Aganga says,
this will ensure sustainability, cost-effective way of protecting and raising awareness of the consumers so they know their rights.
I think it has been an excellent move by the Consumer Protection Council because, we've been having a lot of challenges when you bring independent producers into transmission.
Going by the Council's mandate, an informed consumer is in the best position to protect his or her rights. In Abuja, Azenta Onwebule, NTA News.
Minister of Communication Technology, Mrs. Omobola Johnson, says the federal government will continue to promote the girl-child interest in ICT towards breaking the jinx of apathy in women in that special area. The minister stated this while awarded prizes to winners of 2015 ESA competition among girls' schools nationwide. Ruben Okala was there.
This year's celebration of Girls in ICT Day is with the theme Girls, Women and Innovation. This is against the backdrop of statistics revealing that internationally only 23% of women have skills in ICT, while in Nigeria the ratio of males to females is 8:1. The participating girls had submitted detailed description of a proposal on what they can do with ICT if given the opportunity in any area of their choice.
When them talk about their own innovations, it was clear to me that these were their ideas, and I really hope we will work with them. I really hope they will take it further.
Right. So what inspired me is I've always had a soft spot for IDPs and people who are displaced on things that have really nothing to do with them.
The three winners developed website and software applications on internally displaced persons in Abuja. Ruben Okala, NTA News.
In talking politics, the People's Democratic Party has described as inconsequential the defection of some national and state assembly lawmakers from the PDP to APC in Oja-Iya local government area of Bayelsa State. Ahmed Ambali reports.
In Oja-Iya Council area of Bayelsa State are not smiling at this meeting at all. The reason is not far-fetched. Their kinsmen, Clever Ikisipo, Nadu Karibu, Azibola Omekwe and Innocent Kaku have all ditched the party for the All Progressive Congress APC. The leadership of the People's Democratic Party in Oja-Iya say they are not surprised by the turn of events as the loyalty of the defectors had never been guaranteed.
Even while these persons were still card-carrying members of our party, they've never been for us as they have continuously shown disrespect to the leadership of the party.
But the defectors were not the only ones that briefed party members sounded a note of warning. While calling on party members to remain resolute, they affirmed their commitment to ensuring the party regains its glory. They say the PDP in Bayelsa State in general and Oja-Iya in particular will continue to wax stronger.
And on sport, Blessing Okagbari wins 100 meters in Shanghai as PSG emerge League One champions with one more match to go. Amansi Marcus has that report.
Nigeria's Blessing Okabare on Sunday improved on her personal best, winning the 2015 Shanghai Diamond League meet in 10.98 seconds. Tori Bowie of the USA placed second in 11.07 seconds, followed in third by Mitch Lee A of Trinidad and Tobago. Sunshine Stars Football Club of Akure on Sunday sustained their #1 position on the log of the Nigeria Professional Football League after a 1-1 draw with Nasarawa United in Lafia. Sunshine have 17 points. In another of the Nigeria Professional Football League match played on Sunday, Ifeanyi Uba moved from third to second, also with 17 points after beating Sharks of Port Harcourt by a lone goal. Abia Warriors lost by a lone goal to Kano Pillars in Umuahia, while Eyimba International earned the second away win in Week 9 over Dolphins of Port Harcourt. The matches between Giwa and Taraba and Shooting Stars and Rangers ended in draws. Meanwhile, Plateau United Football Club of Jos recorded a 2-0 win over Yobe Desert Stars in the opening match of the Nigeria National League decided at the Rangpam Stadium in Jos. Jigawa United and FRSC equally won at home, while Kogi United and Spotlight shared the spoils in Lokoja. After their ouster in the quarterfinals of this season's UEFA Champions League, Paris Saint-Germain made up by clinching their third League R title in a row on Saturday, winning 2-1 at Montpellier as nearest challenger Olympique Lyonnais were held to a 1-0 draw at home by Bordeaux. PSG are winners with 80 points, while Olympique Lyonnais are second with 72 points, with one match to end the season. PSG, who have already won the French League Cup, can also win the French Cup if they defeat Bastia in the finals on May 30. With Sports News Update, Amanzi Marcus, NTA News.
President-elect General Muhammadu Buhari has described the late Senator Zana Ahmad from Borno State as a remarkable human rights activist who frequently spoke in the defense of the oppressed. In a message of condolence, General Buhari said he was marveled at the late Zana's interest of the defense of the oppressed. The president-elect extended his condolence to the family of the late senator, the government, and people of Borno State. And that's the news beat on Newsline. We'll now take a short break. When we come back, it shall be Newsline fully. Please stay with us.
Yeah, let's go. Yeah. We Generation Z with it flex, with it package, correct. When I touch my phone, I connect. Discounted, all y'all collect. We bounce discounts, you name it. Free data, you name it. Free SMS, so yes. Discounted, bounce to bounce rates. Now doesn't it sound great? Discounted, bounce to bounce rates. Whether WhatsApp, Facebook, Twitter, it's all about sharing for less. With all of my favorite features, yeah, bring it back again. Hashtagging what's happening. Harder to bounce, further we go.
Bounce to the upside of life and get 50 megabytes free data on every recharge. Unlimited free SMS, 11 kobo per second discounted rate on Bounce to Bounce and Campus Zone. Or get 200% bonus on every recharge with 500 naira. Dial *170 *4 hash. Bounce to the upside of life.
And you will be Leadway Assurance, ensuring happiness since 1970.
Nothing feels better than having stuff made just for you, like the MTN Super Saver Plus.
This special plan gets me. It treats me like royalty.
And roaming? This plan allows you to receive calls and SMS for free in more countries.
When they ask me why I love MTN Super Saver Plus, I just say it suits me to the bone.
MTN Super Saver Plus, because success has its privileges.
MTN, everywhere you go. Can your milk do this?
Can your milk do this? Mine can.
With Hollandia evaporated milk, your ice cream, custards, and variations of beverages taste pleasantly different. Hollandia evaporated milk. Life tastes different.
From the House of Chi.
Did you know with Hollandia evaporated milk, you get a whole lot more? You get 25% more milk than 170 grams. Go for more. Go for Hollandia evaporated milk, 215 grams pack. Hollandia evaporated milk, 25% more, same price.
House of Chi.
Do you know that you can study and be in control of your time?
Do you know that you can work and learn and get that tertiary education you've always wanted?
Do you know you have an open classroom and could study from anywhere, all over Nigeria and the world?
The National Open University of Nigeria is a distance education institution. She offers over 50 programs and 750 courses from certificate, diploma, and degree levels.
Learn at your own time, at your own pace, and any way you need it, without undermining quality.
The National Open University of Nigeria. Flexible, affordable, accessible, and life-based education at its best.
Your bathroom to dazzle? Give your toilet the hypo treatment to brighten and also kill germs, so your bathroom stays disinfected and squeaky clean.
Say you know say with just 200 naira recharge card, Airtel they summer me with 200% bonus to yarn more with any network. Relax. In fact, I don't buy your own Airtel SIM every day. Anytime I recharge 200 naira and above, Smart Connect they summer me with free internet. Buy your Airtel SIM today.
Thanks for being there. The streets came alive with a rainbow of colors that made up the costumes of the dancers and choreographers who, with fascinating dance steps, paraded the streets of Lagos. It was this year's Lagos Carnival. Fun and excitement filled the air. Everyone was happy, either participating or simply watching the show. NewsLine was there also to capture the highlights of a carnival that left it breathless.
It was like walking through an exhibition of street art as the different groups danced the Far Balewa Square in Onikon. Check these costumes out. The combination of colors and creativity combined to break the boundaries of imagination. The energy exuded by the dancers in procession and the splash of colors added a certain flavor to the carnival that attracted everyone and anyone.
Feeling very happy, very opportune, and I hope to continue doing this again. Like, I love being here.
I enjoy myself. We're having a lot of fun here, and we thank God that we are celebrating and exhibiting our culture.
Check this out. People watching from the roadsides, many more from on top of the bridges, and even more who momentarily laid down their tools of trade to savor the beauty of the carnival. Then, of course, the camaraderie. Trust Lagosians to turn any event into a huge party. Isn't that why Eko is for show? Canopies set up by anyone and everyone with food and drink in abundance for as many as. And to are the cyclists who displayed their cycling prowess. How did the spectators take the glamour, glitz, excitement all in?
I like the way they dance and the way they use bike, skate to play.
Very beautiful. I mean, it's not the first time I've seen it, but everybody feels so involved in it that it's very, very interesting.
This is occasional something every year, and we thank the Lagos governor
for doing the kind of a rally or a carnival to bring everybody together to marry and celebrate together.
This is part of what we can make fun for the community. So, if we do, we are putting in our best to make it spectacular.
It's so fun. That is why we come here to enjoy our children.
Showcasing the rich culture of Lagos and part of entertainment program for the Russians.
Trust businessmen and women not to let the opportunity pass to make brisk business as they displayed for sale an assorted of wares. It was a visibly proud governor of Lagos State, Babatunde Fashola, who, while welcoming everyone to the carnival, commended the efforts of the organizers in putting such a magnificent show together.
We have built a great thing, and it couldn't have happened without you. So I urge all of you, the sponsors, all of you, the participants, all of you, the designers and manufacturers of the costumes, to continue to work hard to expand on what we have done. This has been a great family day where all our children, parents can come out, dance, sing, display, and generally have fun. And a nation that has so many young people needs many more of this kind of activities to expend the energies that you have and to channel them to productive purposes.
Not less than 60,000 people, including tourists from other countries, converged on the Tafawa Balewa Square, which was the melting pot for the carnival, to witness what everyone agreed was a show stopper.
Everyone loves a good carnival. It's always a pleasure to see all the costumes and dance moves. Now, what you're about to see was taken from a reporter's diary. She went on an excursion to Zimbabwe and visited several places of interest in that country. We all know that one of the assets that Zimbabwe prides itself in is wildlife. One of the places that our reporter visited was a wildlife park. In her diary is a detailed documentation of her wildlife experience. When NewsLine read through it, she was asked to transform it into audiovisual so that you, our esteemed viewers, can share in that experience. The reporter is Tekla Wilkie. Take a look.
Apart from playing host to one of the awe-inspiring wonders of the world, which is Victoria Falls, Zimbabwe has other wildlife attractions that draw tourists from different parts of the world. My first port of call was to a tortoise. Yes, I was told he's about 300 years old. Wow, he obviously has outlived generations of us humans. But sadly, this giant tortoise is on the list of endangered species. However, to elongate his lifespan, the tortoise is on a strict vegetarian diet.
He's a Galapagos tortoise. His diet consists of, he's a vegetarian. We give him fruits, we give him lettuce, oranges, and sadza. We feed him, basically he eats twice a day. Once in the morning and the other meal in the evening. In winter, we beef up on his vitamin C through, we give him a lot of oranges.
Imported from South America, Tommy, as is popularly called, I'm told, is single, available, and always willing to strike a relationship with visitors. Having struck a relationship with Tommy the tortoise, I proceeded to the Lion and Cheetah Park to see if this category of wildlife would be as friendly. I was surprised to see the number of tourists who, like myself, have come to strike a chord with nature.
You can see the female lion and the male lion are all so quiet and peaceful. I can't believe I'm standing so close to a lion. So close to a lion. This is as good as it gets. I'd love to touch them. I'd love to do all of that. I'd love to see. Whoa! He just yawned. I hope you're not hungry.
So relaxed was I that I explored the architectural embellishment of nature in the park, savoring the rough and smooth essence of it every step of the way.
I love, besides the fact that we've got wildlife here, it's also the rock formation that I see around, and it's probably resulted It's probably a result of weathering elements. Nature has just taken its course over millions of years. It's quite a beautiful landscape that we see around here. So there's that harmony between the wildlife itself and the habitat itself. So it's a beautiful and very serene and tranquil place where one can just come and just breathe.
Done with that, I took a bold step to the snake world. There, I came face to face with poisonous snakes of different species. In utmost shock, I watched as fellow tourists took their turns to cuddle the snakes. To say I was scared is putting it mildly.
Touch it here now. Hey, you can hold it. Just hold it. Hold something.
No, let me use your hand. Oh my God! I'm holding on to a very big. What's the name of the snake again?
Python.
A python. And it's how old?
3 years.
3 years old. Please don't blame me. I'm actually using one of my friend's hands to hold it. You know, it's so comfortable holding it with someone else's hand.
Don't try it at home.
Please don't try it at home. If you get one like this, don't try it at home. With some cajoling, I did the unimaginable.
You're looking so scared.
Just relax. I'm so bold. A snake is actually tied around my neck right now, and I can say I'm the bravest woman in the world. The snakes are not as dangerous as you think. I'm actually holding one. Come on, I'm only human. It's only natural to react to a poisonous snake breathing down my neck. For what it's worth, this experience is at least off my bucket list.
Snakes, lions, and all things wild and dangerous. That was brave of you, Tekla. She obviously had a great time working. Next up, it goes without saying that Nigerians are very religious people with deep-rooted spiritual inclinations. One of the ways this attribute is manifested is in our individual or collective reaction to persistent problems. Challenges that defy physical explanation or comprehension are often termed spiritual problems. The next popular step many take is to seek solution from a force considered equally spiritual through a physical medium. How effective are the solutions sought through spiritual means? I had a random discourse with those who believe, those who do not, and those who claim to know the way out of spiritual problems. Staying alive is challenging. If you think of it, measures aimed at surmounting life's challenges are what constitute our daily schedule. Small victories, big feats, dry spells, bumper harvests are all ups and downs that make life a paradox. Existence can be frustrating sometimes, interesting other times. However, a sharp deviation from familiarity is greeted with shock, pain, fear, and desperation. If the negative situation lingers, the average man declares it home problem. The streets know the definition of spiritual problems.
Evil spiritual problem. Now, you know, we have the witchcraft, those ones that do fly in the night. In the night, they fly in the night. There is those evil, wicked, spiritual people.
You see some people that are mad, they say it's spiritual. Then some people are sick. When they carry them to hospital, they will say, do run every test on them. They won't say anything, and yet they are sick. So they refer them to spiritualists.
Maybe somebody is barren or somebody's being tormented with an illness or something like that.
I don't have. I have to go to for deliverance. Let God deliver me from so many things.
Everyone seems to know where victims should run to when they are faced with invisible detractors.
We can really deal with it if we know really the kind of spiritual circle that we belong to.
Since it's a spiritual issue, I think the highest level of spiritual being, which is God, will also have to step into that angle.
They go to church, they go to mountain, they go to prayer city, they go to mountain, anyone they like, they go to church.
A clergyman agrees with the majority that deliverance is a task that the church undertakes without too much formality.
If you don't believe that there is a spiritual husband or spiritual wife, you see, then you need also to educate yourself also whether you believe in the existence also of Satan. We believers know that if you destroy the spiritual root, the physical one become free. How does Jabez become rich? This is when the curse placed on him by the mother was destroyed by God. Then he became wealthy.
Many insist that going elsewhere for help is not advisable.
You go to church, church is the only place, apart from church. If you go to Babalawo, they might just fail you. Before you know, I just miss native church, give you to drink, those kind of things.
But the traditionalists will have none of that. Adherents to ancestral deities also boast of age-long antidote that can counter the spiritual problems faced by the civilized class.
Children of nowadays, education has turned their heads. They don't want to believe in anything again. They don't want to believe in any tradition. And it's affecting us. It's affecting us. If anything of that nature happens, let them go back home. Once they have a full respect for the elders, traditionally we have those people there. They will now let him know, who, either she or he, what next to be done.
Listening to the church and the traditional custodian, one is moved to hear from a Muslim cleric.
All those acts are being perpetrated by the jinn as far as Islam is concerned. So that's more reason why Islam prescribes so many ways for us that, before you go to bed, before you pray, there are certain things you need to do, like the ablution, like there are some invocations you need to do before taking certain steps.
Problems with diverse suggestions on solutions bring us to the option of individual choice. Then again, some would rather take it in their stride.
I think people should go to God, who is the source of life, who has given us life. Then that will solve our problems.
Like you heard, it's a personal decision. Follow where your spirit leads. Now to something that I'm certain everyone has at one time or the other done, maybe doing as I speak, and will do tomorrow or any time in the future. Are you wondering what I'm talking about? It butters on the grapevine, rumor, yes, drift. Well, some people say it is more. Others say no, it is the men who do it more. To find out who actually does it more, Joy Kenabakboya was put on the assignment. She went onto the streets of Lagos, and you want to know who the accusing finger is pointing to? Joy, over to you.
Gossip, that is what it's all about. The dictionary defines it as idle talk about other people, mostly about their private or business matters.
Gossip is saying something that is not real, that people are saying about you.
Talking about people.
Negative chit-chatting, People talking, people engaging themselves in discussion that usually does not add value.
I'm stating the facts to say that everybody on this earth has at one time or the other in their lives gossiped about someone.
I was like with my friend one time that I was just talking about things that actually doesn't benefit us. So I think it's not something because after that day I felt like I've just wasted my time and I didn't make good use of my time. So I think that was just, to me, it was stupid gossip.
I don't really gossip, but sometimes you talk about people with your friends, unconsciously, yeah.
Everybody gossips.
So you have gossip?
Yes, I've gossiped.
No, I don't like it, so I don't gossip.
There is no fixed time for gossip because the people who do it at any time of the day, on any location, and about anybody. This is why many people believe that gossips, especially those referred to as chronic, are jobless busybodies and schemers.
It comes in when somebody is idle. When you find yourself doing something very, very important, I see no reason why you need to gossip about other people's personal affair. I see it as people, the jobless people.
But if gossip means idle talk about other people, is it just malicious, or can there be good and positive gossip?
Gossiping can also be of beneficial to human life in such that there are some information that are not clear to you that you had from somewhere, and you instead of kind of like telling people directly, you do it in form of a gossip.
Sometimes you can be talking something relevant about your nation, how to contribute positively to nation building. So yeah, sometimes gossip could be, positive in the essence that what you are saying is productive.
There's some gossip that maybe the person is talking about good about the person. We will talk good about the person, like so person just do marriage or delegation.
Whether good or malicious gossip, there is this unending debate about who gossips more between men and women. Some say it's the men, others say it's the women. So I'll put paid to this argument right now. Who do you think gossips more, men or women?
Men are people of few words. I can say that women gossip more.
It's so obvious. I mean, even the blind, deaf, everybody knows that women, they gossip more than men. Because most of them, even in offices, they are at work, they are still gossiping. Anywhere, even in church, even while pastor is preaching, they are still gossiping. Sit down.
I'm a woman, right? But women often talk more than men.
Women gossip about more than men. In these days, men gossip more than women. Oh.
Wow. Women have certainly won the award of best gossips, going by the submission of these respondents. I'm not going to say never ever gossip again. It's human and it happens. But for me, I don't gossip. I talk issues, not people.
Joy, God is watching you on HD. I have seen her whispering in close groups once or twice, so don't be deceived by her claim. And to my fellow women, you know we always do things better, just to ensure that your topics for gossip are harmless and seasoned with facts. That's all. Moving on, the girl in our next report is just 17 years old. One day, a few months ago, she was on the streets in the Mile 2 area of Lagos. She was far gone in pregnancy. Suddenly, to everyone's shock, she went into labor, and before anyone could understand what was happening to her, she gave birth right there on the street. She was taken to hospital, but as you would hear from John Batman, who paid her a visit, her problem was over.
On the 17th of March this year, this man's attention was drawn to commotion in front of his shop.
When I got there, where the victim delivered her baby, somebody drove her away because he discovered he's insane. So out of humanity, myself and my staff, Labor Adeshola, we carried the woman and the baby to a particular corner. We now seek for the intervention of the staff of the health center in that area. So I have to go to my house, ask my wife to bring most of the baby things he has used for some time ago. And we bought some Pampers, we dropped some money so they can take care of the baby.
That was how she got to this hospital run by Motherhood local government area. While at the hospital, it was discovered that though she does not remember the names of her family, she was able to give her father's name as Latif and mother Saidat. She claims her parents are from Ikire in Osun State. She told officials of the Women Affairs and Poverty Alleviation Department of the local government that her parents once resided at number 14 Itoki Street, Ikotoegbe, Alimosho local government, a claim that turns out to be false. The nurses looking after her have a big challenge: her sanity.
Now she's been so aggressive. She does not relate very well. She throws things at times. She does not even want to hear about the baby. She has even stopped breastfeeding. She refuses. She believes that the baby is for someone else. It's not for her.
She's not steady. Sometimes she's depressed, and sometimes this psychotic problem is much, and she'll be angry. She'll be aggressive. That's how we'll be managing her.
Faced with this, the executive secretary of Motherhood local government area is appealing to members of the public to assist in locating her relatives.
This is a standardized hospital. We are patient. You can see that there are so many patients here. We have about 9 experienced doctors, really well experienced doctors here that can take care of both pediatric and all sorts of ailments in here. What you are doing now is what we are expecting to do, so that when it's on the telly, people that know her will say, yes, this is so.
Soliat, who doctors say is mentally unstable, named her daughter. The 8-week-old girl is doing fine and in safe hands.
Soliat needs help. We need information on the whereabouts of her family as soon as possible. Bidding farewell to friends, family and colleagues is usually an emotional affair. This was the situation in Aguda House, Presidential Villa, when staff of the Office of the Vice President hosted a surprise farewell dinner in honor of the Vice President and his wife.
It was time to say goodbye in an atmosphere devoid of protocol and bureaucracy. Little wonder, therefore, the officers and men of the police and other security servants in the office of both the Vice President and his wife abandoned their uniforms and suits. It was the first time such a dinner was being organized for a departing Vice President in the villa. It was indeed a night to remember, as a series of activities lined up to make the evening indelible in the minds of all those in attendance unfolded. The Deputy Chief of Staff, Office of the Vice President, Muhammad Kachala Abubakar, who set the ball rolling, acknowledged teamwork and other spirits of the staff in the discharge of responsibilities. A drama presentation which relieved some of the actions and inactions of both the staff and their principals in the course of duty thrilled the audience. A book, Honors of Aguda, which is a compendium of Her Excellency's achievements, pictures, names, portfolios and addresses of the staff, was unveiled by the Vice President and his wife. There were also tributes to both the Vice President and his wife.
His selection as Vice President by His Excellency President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan was the pairing of a servant leader with a dutiful, loyal deputy. It was indeed an immaculate match made in heaven to significantly move Nigeria forward to occupy its rightful place as Africa's #1 nation.
We are here gathered to honor a distinguished personality who is our boss, our teacher, our guide, our icon, someone who deserves every word of appreciation and privilege.
An elated Vice President who stayed throughout the 3 hours duration of the event spoke on behalf of the Sambos family.
What happened is the wish of Almighty Allah, and we take it with all good faith. Nigeria is our country, and all of us should put all our hands in deck to ensure that we continue to contribute, whether in government or outside government.
Awards were presented to the Vice President, his wife, some of the associates, as well as staff who distinguished themselves.
We'll open our social events diary when we return from this break. In addition to celebrations and corporate events, we'll showcase a very massive history book. Stay on the line.
Think 5 megabytes, enough to post your favorite pictures of Lucky, your beloved bingo, on the internet. Lucky could be all the rage. Think 10 megabytes. Wow! Let us upload a video of Lucky. Now Lucky is a YouTube sensation. Okay, 500 megabytes. Ooh, Lucky selfies, Lucky album downloads, Lucky Instagram photo bombs with flavor. And look, it's the band. One day, watch Lucky take the red carpet live at his new movie premiere and watch the making of his latest music video featuring Omawumi. You have brought Lucky this far on one day. Just take a couple of seconds to think how far you're gonna get on Glow Internet.
Stay ahead. Upgrade to Glow Mobile Speed Internet for everyone. Enjoy the new all-purpose data pack. Use it the way you want. 1-day pack for 50 naira and 7-day pack for 200 naira.
Chi Happy Hour, burst off refreshment.
House of Chi.
Morning, Bola. Don't struggle. What do you use?
I'm
Using new Good Mama, much more cleaning power. Gone is all the dirt and leaves a wonderful scent. Look, white is really white. The color bright as new. A much better wash, much better scent. Let me try.
Now available in floral and new lemon fresh. Good Mama knows best.
Obvious.
My people, you get one university where you fit enter for Nigeria today, where you don't need to take all those small exams. Pay small chicken money, you print out your admission letter. Shey, you don't become student with that. You fit there anywhere for this world as time fit reach you. As your power fit reach. Certificate, diploma, plus including Obonga degree. Vocational handwork dey inside. Our microfinance bank dey to dey help students wey wan do small business. See me, Mama G. Me, I see the enter school self. You too fit be students. Wow. Open University of Nigeria. They flexible, affordable, accessible. Now it be the best education for everybody.
Welcome back. All roads led this Friday to the otherwise sleepy town of Iyamo, hometown of Governor Adams Oshomole, as it took former Miss Lara Forts to the marriage registry. President-elect General Muhammadu Buhari, Vice President-elect Professor Yemi Oshibanjo were among dignitaries who honored the couple with their presence. Beauty Agobamie, who covered the event, reports that the ceremony was expectedly star-studded.
The governor and his sweetheart Ira took the solemn vow under the act in an intimate ceremony of close relations and associates.
I did well. With my body. I did worship. And with all my worldly goods. I did a vow. Put the ring. Dress it.
Kiss your bride. It was an endless list of dignitaries, including President-elect Muhammadu Buhari, Vice President-elect Yemi Oshibanjo, former head of state, past and present senators, Speaker, Federal House of Representatives Aminu Tambuwa, members of the Federal and State Houses of Assembly, past and present governors, as well as their deputies. Other dignitaries included captains of industry, traditional rulers from across the state, and clergymen. The couple cut their wedding cake.
I'm very happy that at the end of the day, God has given me a new wife, one that by God's grace we will live together for the rest of our lives.
He's such a lovely person. He's very sweet and patient, and I'm just grateful to God. He's a wonderful man.
Chairman on the occasion, former head of state, General Yakubu Gowon, said marriage is honorable.
I would like to say on your behalf, wish them a happy, successful marriage. We wish them a happy life together.
Wife of the governor, Ira, is from Cape Verde.
A beautiful wedding. May the bride and groom have a great life together forever. It was purely a traditional marriage ceremony that showcased the rich culture of the Igbos. The bride, Choma Onwukike, is from Anambra State. She made her family proud when she presented to them Daniel Omolaye as the man she has chosen to spend the rest of her life with. After satisfying all traditional requirements, the two were joined in matrimony at a celebration that exuded nothing but love. Chinyere Fesi Okoye presents the highlights.
The barrier of distance and language was relegated to the background when the Omolaye family from Makeke Akoko, Edo local government area of Edo State, arrived the country home of their in-law in Omonakwan Sukwa Batete to fulfill traditional marriage rites of Chioma Onwukike. Having met all the requirements in line with the tradition of a Batete community, the bride carried out the symbolic search for her husband. Result of the search was greeted with excitement as the couple took to the dance floor.
I feel so excited. I
I just thank God for making my dream come true, you know, a reality, and for such a wonderful man he has given to me.
The Bible says when a man finds a good thing, says favor from the Lord. She is favor from the Lord to me.
Newsline sought to know how the journey began for the couple.
We just met in the BRT bus in Lagos, and we got talking. She missed our bus stop.
I never thought so. It was like a relationship that grew from friendship, you know, and it now metamorphosed into something real. Marriage, everything, at least 9 months from today, I'll go for Amuga.
I wish that God will bless Chioma also, you know, with children, you know, she will have peace in our marriage.
I pray that they should unite together and they should allow God to rule their home.
The word of God says, what God have joined together, let no man put asunder.
Some friends and relatives had words of encouragement for the new couple.
I wish them all the best in their endeavor, prosperity.
Congratulations to the bride and groom. May God bless your home. Rewarding loyalty is what Fidelity Bank is doing at the moment. As a bank that keeps its word, it has rewarded winners who emerged in the bank's loyalty reward scheme. This was during the week in Lagos. Amici Pius reports that among the winners is a petty trader who is also a widow.
It was an unbelievable story for Anike Mukaila when she was told that she had emerged one of the lucky winners in the Fidelity Savings Loyalty Reward Scheme. She said that her joy knew no bound when she discovered that it was true. She was one of the 32 people who won 500,000 naira each in the Fidelity Personal Savings Scheme.
I don't win 5, I won't expect it, but I thank God. Fidelity will not go down, will not fall in Jesus' name.
I was shocked. I'm really happy.
So when I have gained something from it, and I make sure even some of my children will make sure I will more account for them.
5-year-old Success Okuwu and 11 other children won 150,000 naira each in the Swida account.
It's our duty to make sure that people continue to save, and the money that they save, we also make money from it because we're a financial intermediary. So as we make more money, we also give back to the society that is giving us that money.
The cash reward scheme, which is open to both existing and prospective customers, the bank's officials say is the bank's way of appreciating customer loyalty through the years.
In Lagos, for example, this month we're doing 17.8 million, then 40 million in the rest of the country. So what it means is that every month we will be doing about 56 million naira.
To participate, all a customer needs to do is open a Fidelity Personal Savings Scheme account or a Swida account for their children. A total of 700 million naira is up for grabs in the annual Loyal Reward Scheme of Fidelity Bank PLC.
Chevron is living up to its corporate social responsibility through one of its companies, Texaco Nigeria Outer Shelf, in collaboration with the National Investment Petroleum Management Services. Chevron has donated a hybrid library to Ilaje High School in Ondo State. The aim, the company says, is to further enhance education in Nigeria.
I hereby commission this library to the glory of God the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Frederick Ogundole, who represented the Ondo State Commissioner for Education, cut in the tape to declare the library open. The hybrid library is equipped with 200 offline books, 21 computers and server, 20 kVA generating set, inverter, internet connection, and software to monitor students' progress and attendance.
Chevron companies in Nigeria are dedicated to contributing strategically to the development of education in Nigeria. This hybrid library is one of such efforts, and it is meant to help enhance the reading culture of students in this place and also to improve the performance academically.
The National Petroleum Investment Management Services (NAPIMS) representative stated the company's commitment towards collaborating and sponsoring projects that will lead to qualitative education.
Information is power, knowledge is power, and as we have provided what it takes, both electronically and in the print, to make sure that they have access to information.
Then the joy of the beneficiaries, the students of Ilaje High School.
Some of our brothers and sisters, when they are in our age mates, they don't have privilege like this, but we thank God.
It is one of its kinds in this part of the world. So I want to thank the Chevron, Tesaco, Outer Self, and the NNPC for this gigantic project.
The Chevron Deepwater, officials say, has executed other projects in Ondo State, which include Science Laboratory at Igbokoda Grammar School and Chest Clinic at the General Hospital in Akure.
The book we are about to unveil to you is a massive one. The height of it is equivalent to the height of an average short man. It is a book that captures the history of the ancient town referred to as the cradle of Western civilization in Nigeria. I feel certain that you're wondering why the hype about this book. Well, Lekon Agbonla is the one who brought it to our notice, and his compilation is what Musa Toliat will now narrate.
The book is 4 feet high and 3 feet wide. This qualifies it as the largest book in Nigeria and perhaps Africa, with no knowledge of the existence of any other book as massive as this one. The book, which is a photo book, is the creation of Femi Koka, an indigene of Badagri.
I conceptualized the idea over a year ago. So what I have done is I've just done the first phase, which is a 48-page publication.
It captures the culture, tradition, history and tourism potentials of the ancient town. Among the pictures in the book that tell the history of Badagri are the first elementary school in Nigeria, built in 1843, the first story building in Nigeria, built in 1845, and the first teacher training college established by the Roman Catholic missionaries in Topo Island in 1893.
I have been collecting pictures and images of Badagri, the festivals, the traditional ceremonies, the landmarks, the relics. And over time, I realized that this is not a one-off project. It's an ongoing project. The content of this photo book is what Badagri symbolizes to the black people, what Badagri epitomizes to the black man.
So massive are the pages of this very large book that flipping through them could be a Herculean task. But how long did it take the author to put such a massive book together and publish it?
We have the regular book size, but this particular size took us approximately 9 months and about 4 weeks and about 8 days and then about a few hours, like 3-4 hours to accomplish this project.
One thing is certain, if well preserved, this book will serve as a reference point to generations yet unborn to learn a thing or two about the ancient town of Badagri and its cultural heritage.
It is simply to document history. It is simply to preserve the past. And what I have simply done is giving something to the future generation to hold on to and to build on.
A fully loaded book that would take days to finish. Kudos to the author. Some corporate organizations present their performance sheet in our next segment. What promises and incentives do they have for shareholders in the current financial year? Details after the break.
University Kano Professor Abubakar Adam Rashid cordially invites the public to the 31st convocations for 2012/2013 and 2013/2014, scheduled at 9 a.m. daily at the Convocation Arena, New Campus, Kano, Tuesday, 19th May, for faculties of Art and Islamic Studies, Education, and College of Health Sciences. Wednesday, for faculties of Agriculture, Engineering, and Social and Management Sciences. Thursday, for faculties of Computer Science and Information Technology, Law, and Science. Friday, convocation lecture holding at Musa Dr. Abdullahi Auditorium at 4 p.m. under the chairmanship of Professor Atayru Jiga, Speaker Dr. Mahmoud Yayeli Ahmed, Pro-Chancellor and Chairman of the Council. Saturday, 23rd May, out of Professor Emeriti, convocation ceremony for graduates of higher degrees and out of prizes. All graduates will collect their certificate at the venue of the convocation. Failure to collect certificate within the week of convocation will attract a penalty.
Come to the convocation and go home with your certificates.
There is a reason Africa is called the new frontier. What was once potential is now an opportunity ready to be seized. Once revered for our resources, today's wealth lies in our people. People who build the cities that shape the future. People who know an idea in one place means business in a generation for whom technology means there are no borders, no boundaries. We are the new lions in a brave new world, kings of the urban jungle. And there's a bank that puts the world in our pocket and the future in our hands. UBA, Africa's global bank.
So, Afana, not to do so. Na promo, you step on become millionaire. You never hear say now that don't bring wetin they call mobile authentication service. We go help us know whether medicine na fake or not before we pay. Now, come see. As I scratch this thing wey be like recharge card so, come send the PIN to 38353 free of charge. I will call receive text message to confirm. Okay, original. Troy, just like that, we confirm whether medicine now fake or not instant. Now when you say no wise up, make you help not and spread the story. Now the way that. Madam, come and take my money.
Now, National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control, NAFDAC, they bring on this message.
Welcome back. Unilever Nigeria PLC has held its annual general meeting, during which it presented the company's financial balance sheet to shareholders. This was in Lagos. The details of deliberations, here is Ken Igweluge.
The 90th Annual General Meeting of Unilever Nigeria PLC provided yet another opportunity for the company to present its reports and financial statements for the year ended 31st December 2014 to its shareholders. It was also reviewed the company's performance during the financial year in focus. The chairman of the company told shareholders that despite the tough financial challenges experienced in the country in 2014, the company was able to record remarkable performance. The chairman noted that the company took some proactive measures, including understanding the operating business environment, consumer needs and aspirations, product quality, and reduction of business waste to enable future sustainable growth of the company.
The challenge is for the future, and taking the necessary actions to be stronger in the future and to grow the business and reach the expectation of shareholders even better than this year.
Big focus areas that will ensure that we will remain competitive into the future by serving the Nigerian shopper and consumer well.
The company's proposal of a dividend payable of 10 kobo per share was unanimously approved by shareholders, but with some reservations. The chairman, however, employed shareholders to show more understanding as the company is re-strategizing for better earnings in 2015.
We had the shareholders engagement forum where we actually had and discussed the core of the business, and we shared with them our the challenges we've had, the plans for the future, and I think they understand where we're going.
So the assurance that we give is that the investments and actions that we take in the business are serving the Nigerian consumer and the Nigerian shopper, and the Nigerian consumer and Nigerian shopper will help us to win.
Unilever Nigeria PLC says it will continue to develop brands and services that will meet the consumers' needs.
When Premium Pensions Limited commenced operations 10 years ago, its management says it was with zero assets. Today, the company has moved forward. The details were made known in Abuja at the company's annual general meeting. Emmanuel Ayimero reports that a dividend of 2 naira per share for its shareholders was announced as the company presented its performance sheet for the year 2014.
Briefing the shareholders on the improved performance of the company in the year ending 2014, the Chairman Board of Directors, Premium Pension, Aliu Diku said, despite the declining employment impacting negatively on businesses, the company has recorded a cumulative funds of 4.7 trillion naira as against 4.1 trillion recorded in 2013, while membership enrollment stands at 6.5 million workers as against 6.1 million in 2013.
During the year under review, the turnover of the company grew from 4.226 billion in 2013 to 5.252 billion, resulting in a growth of 24.28%. The company's profit before tax grew from 2.35 billion in 2013 to 2.649 billion, signifying a growth of 10.97%, while profit after tax grew from 1.625 billion to 1.766 billion.
The company has actually done very well in the last 10 years in terms of corporate governance, in terms of performance in the pension industry, and in terms of professionalism.
Shareholders were told the impressive performance was a reflection of various strategies the company has adopted to win new businesses by staff and board of management.
This structure you can see here is our structure. 10 years ago, when we rented apartments somewhere, but today we're here. So this kind of legacies we are leaving behind. In addition to that, we're also investing so much on our human capital, because we know you can have all the facilities, but if you don't have highly motivated, enthusiastic, and human capital that know what to do, anything you are asking them to do, they won't do it well.
We started at zero assets. Today, we are managing close to, we're inching up towards 400 billion in asset under management.
A dividend of 4 naira 75 kobo per 50 kobo ordinary share is what Nigerian Breweries PLC has offered its shareholders. This detail was revealed when the company held its annual general meeting in Lagos, during which its financial standing in the year ended December 2014 was also released. Tunde Saike reports.
The meeting started with the registration and free medical examination of shareholders. The Chairman Board of Directors of Nigerian Breweries PLC, Chief Kolawole Jamodu, informed the shareholders of the company's appreciable progress despite the challenges encountered in the year under review. The company, he said, was able to make a total of 266,372,475,000 naira, out of which 42,552,253 naira was realized as profit after tax. A profit, he noted, is way more than the 43.08 billion naira realized the previous year.
I believe, like I said, is the highest cash payout in the history of Nigerian Brewery. And you could see that the shareholders were very, very happy about it.
The managing director of the company said the statements of financial position of the year ended December 31st, 2014 is a combination of the financial positions of the old Nigerian Breweries PLC and the acquired Consolidated Breweries PLC.
It remains a challenging environment. At the same time, with our brands, with our portfolio, and the opportunity that the merger offers with ex-legacy consolidated breweries, I think we are very well positioned for any pickup in the market.
Based on this performance, the shareholders commended the board and management.
We appreciate this, especially in view of the increase in the volume of their shares after the merger of consolidated breweries.
For the interim dividend that they give to us last year. So I'm very happy for Nigerian breweries.
Nigerian PLC is an alcoholic and non-alcoholic products producing company with 22 products in its kitty.
Up ahead, focus on ex-football stars. What have they been up to since the last time you saw them in active football? Stay on the line.
You know the hear word. You don't go see this man again, Abi.
Oh, Sylvanus, you don't come with this your talk again, no.
No, Sylvanus, me, oh. Who be this man who wants search you for my hand? Eh?
Shebi, I don't tell you, say, now the doctor where.
Where any small thing? You don't run go hospital. Headache, hospital. Hospital. Even water like kata, hospital.
So if I sick, I don't go hospital again, Abi.
No be a go full house, oh. When will this hospital to waka start?
So if the industry free doctor now, you don't go take him.
We not go take better thing.
This Glow Health cover, everything are free. Hospital are free. Doctor are free.
Doctor.
With over 8,000 hospitals waiting for this our country. Oh.
Hey, I dey carry last so.
I tell you now.
Glow Health Cover gives you access to free consultation, free medicine at over 8,000 healthcare centers nationwide from just 1,000 Naira monthly. Dial *616# to register. Go ahead, Glow Unlimited.
They have flown the flag of Nigeria at different international fora and competed at club levels in the country. At retirement, only a few of them are heard of. Adiola Omokivi on Today in Sports takes a look at this group of sportsmen and their life after active sports.
Today in Sports.
This is the ultimate redefined for men.
They are ex-footballers who come together on a regular basis on the platform of the All-Stars Football Club. Kayode Aluko takes us down memory lane.
All-Stars actually started even before some of us came up, way back late 70s, from the old Vipers. 92, 93, there was a renaissance. Not realizing that sportsmen are expungible materials. And so most of them did not even save for the rainy day. Chief Lucky Benedion now came up with this competition, veteran competition. And that's what the Lagos State Governor has taken over.
Today in Sports sought to find out from some of them the benefits they derive from being members of the club. They have all been empowered. We are lucky and we thank God.
And we've been doing one thing or the other for one another. Through our president to the state governor.
It has really improved togetherness in Nigerian football.
How has the All-Stars been able to blend the old and new generation of footballers?
In Nigeria, the structure has not been right. There's a big gap. A lot of them are not concerned. Maybe because we are not financially buoyant enough. But we need to go out, let people know that these people are articulate enough to be able to bring out programs.
As the proverbial saying goes, Oliver Twist asks for more. They want to be recognized. Let me be honest with you. Nigeria does not know how to pay back their heroes. You work hard, you win awards. The day you retire, they erase you from their records. But we need more hands, like what Fashola is doing. Igbenedion did it when he was the governor, but Fashola has taken it to another height now. Just as they have concluded, they are a one big family.
In Sports.
This is the ultimate redefined for men.
And all the way, we are done with our offering for tonight, but not to worry. We'll host you well again come Sunday next week, God willing. For now, good night and God bless Nigeria.